Hi, I'm going to read from Real Ones. I'm going to read the very first chapter. Lynn. There are many ways to make a clay vessel. Lately I've been making pinch pot style. Deceptively simple, pinch pots are made from balls of clay, dented in the middle by a thumb or finger, then shaped around and around until the sides flatten and starts to resemble something like a bowl. They can be small or large, but I keep mine contained to my hand, so relatively small. I smooth and wet the clay over and delicately over again, so many times. Cracks are pushed together, edges pinched. Sometimes I use rocks or shells or bone to carve and form and add, decorate. It's methodical work that requires mindfulness and constant return to presentness. I think most, if not all, definitely all, art does. I'm working on a series of vessels like this. Small bowls made in the ways of our ancestors, the very old peoples we don't even have names for. We don't know what they called themselves, but they are still here. We are them. So much about North America's original people has been forcibly silenced. Nothing new there. But they wrote messages to us in the earth, with the earth, teachings we can learn from, dig up, find them, and in them ourselves, things like how to make a small clay bowl, something so everyday but sacred at the same time. Ancient folks made many kinds of vessels like these and different, various shapes and sizes. They held water, were cooking pots, held all sorts of food within. In a pinch, they could also be used to place harvested plants, grains and seeds, something for a child to play with. The clay is made from the earth itself, right here at our feet, usually from the riverbanks or wet marshy places, formed, then fired, and then when done with, buried in the earth, returned. That is where we find them now. That is where our teachings literally lie, what I am trying to create, recreate. I am learning as much as I can from an archaeologist at the museum, from elders, the internet, stitching knowledges back together, weaving some small part of all they knew, all they would have wanted us to know. It is healing. It is not without healing. It is healing a part of myself that was broken before I was even born. I am still working on all the parts that got ripped apart after.